Morning once again.
Good morning.
Who is your authority?
My wife.
That's a great question, right? When we're children, who's our authority? Our parents are our authority. And then sometimes when we get out in the world and we work for a company, who's our authority then? Our boss is our authority. But we go through life and we've got all these laws and stuff, so what's the authority? The government's authority. And so what we have to do is to look at, did we consciously accept this belief system that these other people have authority over us? And that's what we're going to look at a little bit today. So the first thing we'll look at is the definition of authority, because we all have little pictures in our minds. We might have the picture of our wife in our mind, you see, or the man. So authority, the power to command, enforce laws, exact obedience, determine or judge. Pretty powerful word, isn't it? An accepted source of expert information or advice. An expert source of information or advice. That doesn't sound too bad there, is it? Well, the world we live in reflects our beliefs. The world we live in reflects our beliefs. So it would behoove us to look at the world, what we're experiencing, and then go within. Take that next step within and say, what within me, what beliefs am I holding within myself is creating this or drawing this experience to me? Who is the authority? Ultimately, we are the authority, whether we know it or not. We are the authority. That's why it's up to us to wake up. To wake up to what's going on around us, and then what level of participation do I want to live in. Right now, I'm just going to brush over this real lightly. Cindy said, I want you to just mention this just a little bit. I'm not an astrologer. I have stayed in Holiday Inn Expresses, but I live with Cindy, and she is a master of many things, and astrology is one of them. And so she says, there's this, it's called the Uranus-Pluto square, okay? And so we've been going through this for, a couple of years, and we're going to go through it a couple more years. And really what's happening, yeah, this is really good. And so what's happening with this, so this is my, let's step it down for us guys, this energy, this influence is an evolutionary mandate for us all. It's time for us to get with the program. It's the wake-up call. The bell's going off. To begin to understand and know who we are, and then to begin to live like it. And not the same exact aspects that are happening now, but they're real close in the 60s. And we all know that cultural revolution, consciousness revolution that was going on then. And so we're in a consciousness revolution right now. Wouldn't you say that? The way that we're experiencing our life individually, but then we can look at the world and we can see the shift going on in the world also. And so to look at it as an evolutionary mandate, it's really interesting for us to say who is my authority, because it has a lot to do with identity. And if we're our parent's child, that's the identity that we're taking. And then we can take it all the way to we're God's child, you see. And the identity that we hold is going to give us the perspective that we hold about life. So that's important for us to know, because that makes us a conscious chooser. So this is what's happening to us now. And then another word that she wanted me to share was this is like rebel authority. And just like in the 60s where there was that rebellion in consciousness to shift, to let people expand, to get out of their boxes, race, gender, things like that, just an expansion in consciousness. And so if we look back now, it wasn't that bad. You see, we can see all the good that came of that. And it was a step that we were being asked to take at that time also. Because we're in this big plan that's unfolding. And if we can begin to see ourselves as part of that big plan instead of separate from it, to see us part of that big program instead of separate from it, we have lived separate from life. I mean, how long, just say in our country, the consciousness and people, like we were the only thing happening in the universe. Probably 100 years ago, hey, we're the only thing happening. That was just this little quadrant here, but there are other people throughout the world that had a expanded awareness of life and the continuum of life too. So to begin to allow for that expansion, and we're part of that continuum of life, and change is good and evolution's good. See, this is an evolutionary mandate that's given to us now. Change. It's time to change. To take that step so that we can step up to the next level of awareness. And then to begin to act in that awareness so we shift and lift our consciousness. We are a part of this big whole. And as we begin to see it and then to move into it, we can become one with it. And then what happens is we don't resist change. How many here have resisted change in their life? Everybody raises their hand. Gosh, I hate to do that. But what's the saying? Hindsight is 20/20. Things that we thought were the end of the world weren't the end of the world. Perhaps they were the beginning of a whole new world. And we were asked to change. We were asked to change by that love and that light that's within us all. That spiritual essence I am. And that's what I think the rebellion, if we want to look at, is that. To be in this limited constraint of life. We're these unlimited beings. And then we're moving that unlimited nature, that pure potential, through limitation. And it's perfect. It's part of the growth process. But when it's time to change, it's perfect. It's part of the growth process. I think we get hung up on that word perfect here. We all try to reach almost this unattainable goal of perfection. And I don't know if there can be perfection in 3D land. You see? So as we begin to just accept a new definition of perfect, that which serves me for my highest and best good at this moment in time, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's flow, it's energy, it's our ability to let go. So the wake-up bell is ringing for all of us to begin our unique individual transformation, because our world's transforming. Our world's going to keep transforming. And as soon as we understand that and not resist it or label it, good, bad, or indifferent, it is, then we can focus our energy on me, so that I can begin to know who I am and then begin to express and manifest my uniqueness, the unique love, the unique light I am. What's happening, and we go through these growing pains, and what we do is we try to put this change into our old patterns. And you know what that creates? Conflict. You say, we can't find peace in our heart because it's not working out. Maybe we're done with that old pattern. Jesus said that you can't put new wine into old wineskins. And so to take this new wave of consciousness, our relative understanding of who we are, do you see? And then to put it back in these old patterns that have been our teachers, it's time to graduate ourselves and to take that next step, to be open, to be open with the flow. That's what life's all about. Change, the world we live in now, and I'm going to say that each of you believe the same way I do, but change is constant now. And change is a way of life. Change is a way of life. I'm older. I came through those golden 50s and all that time when it's nothing's supposed to change and it's this Norman Rockwell picture. But then I also got to go through those turbulent 60s and to see that change that was happening, to participate in it and surrender to it and transform. And once we begin to just let go and allow that transformation to take place within us, it's a wonderful thing. We begin to see ourselves in a new light. We see ourselves as the light. And that's the gift that we not only give ourselves, but we give to the planet. The law of one, when one is helped, all are helped. When we help ourselves, we're helping the whole. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When we harm ourselves, all are harmed. We are one. We are one. And that's what beginning to understand that. We're not separate. We are not separate. And as we begin to understand our oneness, now our thoughts, beliefs, and actions are going to support that identity of God and I are one. God and I are one. To take the thought or the phrase from here and put it to here. Because when we put it here, now we can take it out and make it a verb in action. Love in action. The Word made manifest. Oh, the Word's just going round and round. Oh, yeah, God's good. I'm a child of God. Now we put it down into our heart and we begin to express that goodness. I am. Our unique qualities, gifts, abilities. Share them with our brothers and sisters on the planet. Be the authority in your life. Be who you are, not who someone. Be someone who told you you are. Be who you are. You are the unique child of God, unlimited. So as we begin to go through this evolutionary magic, that's what the universe has to do. Be who you are. God is love, and God's within us all. Love is within us all. Love is within us all. And so as we begin to just be who we are, truly are, that's when we allow that love to begin to flow. We allow the love to flow through our life. Be that unique God of love made manifest who you are. I love all the signs when you're driving around, you see them just sitting in somebody's front yard or in a church or whatever. And I shared this with you a couple months ago and I thought it was really cool. It's appropriate for today. I saw this sign that said, be who you are. Everyone else is already taken. You see? So when you be who you are, when you be that uniqueness, your unique essence, your unique quality, your unique gift to the planet, when you give that out, that's when we start coming into harmony. Because we're not hiding, we're not being separate anymore, we're sharing, we're giving. We're participating in life at a higher level. Just like those songs, harmony. Harmony, harmony, harmony. To come into harmony. Whenever we feel that we're a victim, something's out of harmony within ourselves, within our consciousness. And yet what we want to do is to blame somebody. If we're a victim, there's got to be a victimizer, doesn't there? So we have to blame somebody. What within me is creating this? What within me is drawing this to me? You see? Come into harmony with that higher aspect, I am. Allow that love within to begin that transformation process, and you will not be a victim any longer. You are the authority in your life. The identity that you claim is going to create your reality because you're going to believe it. So as the universe is asking us to shift and change our identity into truly knowing that we're the children of God, and then to begin to act as the children of God. That's the transformation process. That's what allows us to continue to grow and unfold in this journey. We're on this continuum of unfoldment in consciousness. And we batter it around and play with it in our minds, but it's really time to live it. To live it. Live the life you're born to live. And if you don't know the life you're born to live, go within. And you'll get the answer. You'll get the answer. Be still and know. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, the counsel of God. The kingdom of heaven lies within. The counsel of God is within. You see? I am the authority. I'm the authority. I'm the authority in my life. If I grab hold of the reins, and you're the authority in your life, if you grab hold of the reins. And then trust. Trust that inner guidance. That inner guidance will never steer you wrong, I guarantee you. It will never steer you wrong. Because it's going to lift you. It's going to lift you. But we have to participate. We have to do that. We work with people every day. We work in healing and counseling and consciousness expansion and everything we do here. And sometimes people have some kind of a situation going on in their life. And it's our job to share with them a higher way of dealing with it. To use a higher law. Use a higher law. And I told someone this a couple weeks ago. I said, you don't want to hear this, but this is what Spirit is telling me to tell you. Because it's not the way the world would do it. Right? It's not the way the world would do it. That's not how I'm supposed to act. No. We're supposed to change and act differently. Make a higher choice. Enact a higher law. You see? Enact a higher law. The authority figures in our life are many. And say like being metaphysical Christians and Jesus the Christ. So Jesus the Christ is the new male authority, the new male action operating with a generous heart, all-inclusive. Jesus the Christ was the new male action figure. See? Male is action, female receptivity, creative connection with God, right brain, left brain. So to action, to take the love, God and I are one, it's Father within, who doeth the works. So he'd do the works, you see? With a generous heart, unconditional love, all-inclusive. You see, when we take that chance on love, we open up. We open up to receive greater and to give greater. But if we choose fear, we go like this. We close off. We close off that which would come to us and that which we could give. Fear, love. The evolutionary mandate is love. Is love. It's time. And it's our choice. So, Jesus, the new male action figure, well, wasn't he the ultimate rebel against authority at that time? And you know what his teaching was? Love. And what was the authority teaching? Fear. You see? And people are still fighting that fight 2,000 years later. Who are you going to choose to be the authority in your world? Are you going to choose love or are you going to choose fear? Because your belief is going to create your reality. Your belief is going to create your reality. To begin to understand that. Fresh male acting with a generous heart. It's all inclusive. That's a neat homework assignment we could give ourselves, couldn't we? I'm going to start acting in love, all-inclusively, unconditionally. Unconditionally. And that's how we transform. See, if we say this is a school and we're in this transformation process, we're growing, expanding our level of awareness, or ability to live at a higher level of consciousness, well, experience is where we learn. Experience is we learn. Experience is good. If we pay attention, we keep moving. This is when we stop and be a victim to our experience. How long do you want to be there? You're the chooser. So to begin to understand that we do live in a loving, supportive universe, that God within, the love within, the light I am, is ever present, ever guiding us, and guiding everyone. And when we choose that, when we choose love, when we choose that higher road, we come into harmony with the higher. See, we come into the harmony with the higher. If we choose the fear and the lower, we're separate. We separate from God. You see, we separate from our source in our mind. You see? So to begin to accept and embrace the love I am, allow that love I am to flow through us in our daily living, and then the walk that we are on is in harmony with that cosmic mandate of transformation. Do you see, as we allow the love to flow through us, see, love is the most powerful energy in the universe. And the love is what transforms. So we got to, you can have a bottle of aspirins in your cupboard. You got a headache, and I know I got some aspirins in the cupboard, but I think I'll just sit here with this headache a little longer. You see what I'm saying? I've got this love and light. I got this counsel of God within me, but I'm not going to access it. I'm going to let my ego be the authority, or I'm going to let someone else outside of me be the authority in my life. We live in a blessed time. We live in transformation time. And there is almost like a split. There are those that are still fear-based. Oh, it's the end of the world. And then people with horizon, hey man, this is the beginning of a new world. You know how long this planet's been going on? 4 billion years. They keep changing it every day. No, it's 4 billion years. No, it's 4 billion and 10. You see? End of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's the beginning. To be born anew each day. To allow that love. See? Love. Christ is love. Jesus the Christ. Love. Read the books and substitute love for Christ. The love of God made manifest. The Son of God. We're the sons and daughters of God. And as we just make that our identity, shifts our vibration, opens us up, lifts us into that greater love to flow through us. And then people recognize it. So, here's some guidelines from God. No victims. There's no victims in the universe. That's a hard one in 3D land. Because we're separate from God and we don't know our identity, we don't know the other person's identity, that they are a soul creating experiences in their life to grow through, to evolve. As we begin to wake up to that level of consciousness, that level of awareness, that we're a soul, we're on a soul journey here, and our experiences are lessons, doesn't that change the way that we could perceive life? Our own life and the lives of others. Because experiences are just vehicles. They're vehicles for us to grow through. And when we get done with that vehicle, just like when we get done with our car, we can trade it in. Someone else might need that vehicle. But we're ready for a new one. We're ready for a new journey. And we can let go of victimhood. And we can, maybe someone else needs to be a victim. I'm done with it. I'm going to put it in this little pile over here. And I'm going to reach, I'm going to grab creatorship. And to be a conscious creator in my world, in my life. You see? let the love, the light I am, that counsel of God within, be the authority in your life. In your life. That's the evolutionary mandate. No victims. Work on that this week. Turn off the news. Thoughts create. We all know that, don't we? We all know thoughts create. Changing them. You'd think there was the most strong lock on our mind. Ooh, I can't change that thought. You know, I want to keep it and hold it. Even though I know it doesn't serve me anymore, you know, I'm going to just keep it in my back pocket. See? If we know that thoughts create, watch our thoughts. Stop. We get ready to say something that came from our thoughts that isn't supportive to our journey or in harmony with all of life. In harmony with all of life. Inharmony is very subtle. And we have to pay attention. We are one. We are one. When one is helped, all are helped. When one is harmed, all are harmed. Look at that. It's easy to see. It's easy to see. We might raise our level of consciousness to not participate in products that companies in our country make, and then they ship into other countries that maybe not are aware. But those are our brothers and sisters that are getting harmed. To begin to expand our vision of oneness. We are one. We affect the whole. We learn by experience. If we don't understand the experience of the situation that's happening to us at any given time, ask. Go within and ask. I know I'm supposed to learn something here. I know I'm supposed to see something here. I know I'm maybe supposed to act a certain way here. It's perfect. It's perfect. That's our definition of perfect. Wake up to the perfection of it and say, hey, God, become aware of who I am, and then manifest who I am. This allows for transmutation. God is the one energy, love. God's within us all. Take your uniqueness out into the world. Your uniqueness. The gift you know. Let's go with Him. So let's just close our eyes, and as you close your eyes, just breathe and feel your body relaxing and just letting go. We're going to let go of all the words and thoughts and ideas. And as we breathe and take your awareness within, and let's take our awareness to our heart. And as we turn our awareness to our heart and just breathe in, let's just find ourselves now in the garden of our heart. Just see yourself in a beautiful garden, the garden of your heart. Look around and know the beauty that grows within you. All the qualities and gifts, the uniqueness I am. And just look around your garden. Breathe in the energy. Look at this beautiful garden. Take it into your eyes. Just feel how good it feels to be in the heart. How good it feels to be in the garden of your heart. And as you stand in your garden, I want you to just become aware of a radiant star that comes above your head. This beautiful star, it's about a foot above your head, and it's radiant, scintillating, alive, this radiant light. And as this star just is so radiant and full of life and light and love, it begins to send rays of this light and love into your body. So just breathe and feel your body receiving God's love. God's love filling you now, lifting your love. Breathe and feel God's wisdom filling you now. Knowing that you have all your answers within. And just breathe and feel God's love filling you, holding you. Know how loved you are. How supported you are on your walk. And just breathe. And then this energy of God's love and light and wisdom, I want you to call to mind someone you truly love or something. And as you call forth this person, place, thing, object that you truly love, I want you to feel how you feel. What does this energy feel like? And now I want you to let that person, place, thing, or object go. And just breathe and still feel that love in your heart. Still feel the energy of love, but without attachment to the outer. So just breathe and feel this love radiant within. Unlimited. Unlimited love. This is the gift we can give to the world. Unlimited love. No strings attached. Unconditional. All-inclusive. So just breathe and feel this love, this radiance. Feel it radiating from your body at this very moment. See it lighten up your garden. Lifting the energy of the garden. Let this love be the authority in your manifestation. And just breathe and become aware of a radiant column of light coming over you. Feel yourself lifting through this light, moving through time and space. And just breathe and feel your consciousness back in the physical body now as you sit in your chair. Just take a deep breath. Still being able to feel that love you felt a moment ago. Just still radiant from your body. And we just allow this love to fill this room now. You fill this space with love. And it expands and fills our property with love. And it overflows our property to the whole planet. We radiate our love to Mother Earth. So just breathe and feel God and I are one. Breathe and know God and I are one. Breathe and be God and I are one. Feel your feet on the floor, your consciousness back in your body, glad to be alive on planet Earth at this moment in time. And just gently open your eyes. Love, the most powerful energy in the world. Love, a word that's been bantered about throughout the ages. Love and energy that we, as a collective, can begin to not only just know and feel, but be. Love one another, for love is of God. If we love one another, God lives in us, and divine love is perfected in us. go forth this week and each day remind yourself to be kind, compassionate, and loving. Yeah, God.